Hello, welcome back to the channel. I know another video today. What did you do to deserve this on Monday, the 5th of July, 2021? I'll tell you what you did to deserve this. I took the weekend off, so now it's 2 videos and a live stream today for you guys. Aren't you blessed and lucky to have me reporting that Blade star Stephen Dorff feels embarrassed for Scarlett Johansson. Stephen Dorff doesn't like the look of Black Widow. Let's get into it. Monkeys, roll the footage.
Yeah, that works.
I like
all right,
that.
okay. All right, moving on.
Hey, what about Tulip?
Blade star thinks that Black Widow looks like garbage, is embarrassed for Scarlett Johansson. As the title said, Stephen Dorff says the new Black Widow movie, quote, looks like garbage, and that he's embarrassed for lead star Scarlett Johansson.
That escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
We're here on Movie Web. This from today from Jeremy. We see Florence Pugh and the very lovely Scarlett Johansson there, who recently, I would say, renounced her certain aesthetic qualities, dating back to her debut in the MCU in Iron Man 2 because she said she was over-sexualized. Therefore, lending credence to the fact that Scarlett Johansson does not understand the character that she has portrayed for over a decade.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Black Widow will be released in the U.S. theaters on July 9th, but don't expect to see Stephen Dorff in the audience, the true detective star, who once also starred in a Marvel movie as the villain in the original Blade, plays a cage fighter in his latest movie, Embattled. To help promote the digital release of the movie in the UK, Dorff spoke about the roles he seeks out in a new interview with The Independent, and despite his Marvel history, he apparently has no interest in heading to the MCU.
Who's the asshole?
Which, to me, Stephen Dorff really doesn't need the MCU. While he's not a huge household name at this point in his career, Stephen Dorff doesn't need the Marvel Universe because he stands nothing to glean from it, nor does he seem like he would enjoy it, so I don't blame him for not wanting to do that. It's a big commitment, and plus, especially if you don't agree with what's being portrayed on screen, then why would you want to get involved with it? In the interview, Stephen Dorff first takes aim at this year's Oscar ceremony, calling it, quote, the most embarrassing thing I've ever seen. He compares the current state of the movie industry to one big, quote, cluster of content with all of the various streamers that are now available for movies and TV. From his point of view, Dorff wades through it all in search of the next Stanley Kubrick when looking for roles, because as he puts it, he doesn't want to be in something like Black Widow. Dorff previously played the villain Deacon Frost in the original Blade movie in 1998, but we can presume his Marvel days are now behind him. More recently, he appeared in the main role in the 3rd season of HBO's crime drama series True Detective, alongside Mahershala Ali, who will oddly enough play Blade in the upcoming reboot for the MCU. Last year, Dorff also starred on the Fox drama series Deputy, which was canceled after 1 season, which is sad because Deputy was actually a really good show, and it had a diverse cast full of representation of all different marginalized groups, and it wasn't done in a ham-fisted manner most of the time. So that being said, it was kind of odd that that was canceled due to low ratings. In his latest role in Embattled, Dorff plays a famous MMA fighter whose son aspires to follow in his footsteps, but he must first figure out how to break the cycle of abuse he's long endured from his father. Directed by Nick Sarkisov, the movie also stars Darren Mann, Karush Tran, Colin McKenna, and Donald Faison. Embattled was just released in the UK and Ireland on digital download and is available for Blu-ray and DVD in the US. Meanwhile, Black Widow will be premiering in the US in theaters on July 9th, when it will also be made available to stream through Disney. So here's my favorite part where I get to give you my thoughts on the article. Do I think that Stephen Dorff truly feels this way? Absolutely. I've never really known Stephen Dorff to be much of a liar or a lockstepper, but I could be wrong. Now, is this part of him being maybe a little bit bitter because he did want to role in a Marvel movie and never was offered one? Yes, it could be that as well. Like I said, a lot of this at this point is still conjecture, but I mean, you heard the words from his mouth. Those are his words. He didn't mince them. He said what he felt, and, you know, any motivations behind that is purely speculatory on my part at this point, which I'm not trying to insinuate the subtext to his words. I'm just as I said, merely speculating and commentating on what I think might be the driving factor behind him espousing that kind of, vitriol towards Marvel, which a lot of people are, including myself, based on the product that we've been getting. So I can't say that I blame him in some counts, but there's still some positive to be gleaned, fingers crossed, from the Marvel Cinematic Universe moving forward. As far as Black Widow goes, I don't think it's going to be a horrible movie. I think it's, like I said, 6 years overdue, 7 years overdue. It should have come well before Captain Marvel. Natasha was the first female Avenger that we ever got in the MCU, and she should have been honored as such with her first solo film, probably before Civil War, Age of Ultron, after Age of Ultron in that time frame. As we see the tweet here from Eric Cohn and IndieWire regarding his review of it, it passes the Bechdel test. It'll put men in their place, make them scream, which I don't know what the hell that word means, but that's the bastion of masculinity who said this, and I would be one to say, let's not judge the entire movie based on the tweet of one man, quote unquote, who is, devoid of any sort of testosterone and simply wants to get paid for clicks. With that being said, let me know what you think of Stephen Dorff's comments. Are you going to see Black Widow? Let me know in the comments below, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Embattled Queen of the Place to Be Reviews. You, if I have please, earned your subscription. Hit that button. Let me know that you support the channel. Subscribe, like the video, share it if you are so inclined to, and please come back tonight 8:30 Eastern for the podcast. I'm Embattled Queen of the Place to Be Reviews. I've been here with all of yous. If I don't see you, have a great day, a pleasant tomorrow, and remember, it's better to burn out than fade away.